Alright, this review will be of The Magic Eater by Kelvin Green. Now, the basic premise is that the players are staying somewhere and there's no terrain involved here. You can plug this into whatever campaign you've got going. There's no map of the area. But they're staying at the inn and they get robbed over the night. Their stuff has been stolen. And it says, "You've been visited by your friendly neighborhood Grimmalkin. Many thanks for your treasures." And so basically their magic items have been stolen. Now, if you're playing a Lammentations of the Flame Princess game, your players probably don't have any magic items. And if they do, they probably consider these things cursed things that they're hauling around until they can figure out a way to get rid of. So this actually might fit better with a normal D&D campaign. But they've been stolen by a gang of thieves. And there's some pictures. And here's a map of the hangout of the thieves when you finally track them down. And on Facebook, somebody posted an unkeyed map, which is what I use for this, I believe. And I wish that this module had come with an unkeyed map, because I play online. In order to find people who play Lammentations of the Flame Princess, I had to cast my net into the entire world to get a good gaming group. And so I have to play online, and it's easier if I can show the map to the players. And I didn't want to show them the map where every indication is keyed, because then I would give things away. But it's a map, it's a fort that is in ruins. And my players didn't really explore the whole fort. They never explored this area. I never went over here. I did go into these towers a little bit. But you know, the towers are all mapped and decorated. You can see things on the map. Here again, more things on the map. And there's a hidden underlayer for the underneath the fort with different rooms. Yeah, more than one entrance to get in, and there's also a secret entrance that leads to another layer. It starts off well made and everything, but then it becomes more crudely carved. The group of thieves have divided into two factions. One of them has become a cult who collects magic items. And they feed them to their leader or monster. And about halfway through running this, it occurred to me that this would have been a really good lead-in to Fecal Lands, which I was not prepared to run at that point, so I didn't. But it would have been a good lead-in to that. But there's also a little backup thing, A Rough Night at the Dog and Bastard. The Dog and Bastard is a inn that shows up in almost all of Kelvin Green's works. Over and over it shows up. It's basically like a one-page dungeon. It was originally published that way. A bunch of people who are connected in various ways, and there's a few other things that aren't on this picture, like a ghost. And they interact with each other, and the players can interfere or not with how they interact. But it was a good setup. I did this first and then did the Magic Eater. But it was a pretty good module. My players didn't explore the fort completely or the area around it completely. And they just wanted to go into something else. But Kelvin Green writes good stuff, and this was pretty good. So check it out.